Right now, we're coming out of the dog days of training camp. I think our team is pretty sore, tired, and hopefully wanting to get to game week. We've done some good things in the last few practices, but we've also done some poor things, and I think we're a very inconsistent football team at this time. Hopefully another week of practice will be a more finely tuned team.
Today starts game preparation, at least Northern Arizona kind of scouting and whatnot.
Yeah, we started some scout team work today, which is good for the guys going to play. It's disappointing for the guys that are now on scout team because the realization that they won't be playing in the games has hit them.
Any younger guys that you probably expected to be on the scout team aren't going to be on the scout team? Will actually be taking reps?
We think we have 3, maybe 4 true freshmen that might help us on special teams, but they'll still work on the scout team. But they might be in the 2 deep on special teams.
Who are the quarterbacks going to be again for the scout team? Just Christian?
No, we got several scout team quarterbacks. We've got a starter and 3 true freshmen as backups. And we have Jake Rodriguez, who's out there practicing that can't play this year. We got a wealth of scout teams. What we don't have as wealth of is experienced quarterbacks.
As far as preparation for NAU, are you going into their offensive sets, who they have as far as weapons on the field, or is it just kind of more general at this point?
Well, what we do with the scout teams is they pretend to be Northern Arizona. So we do their schemes from last year. They have the same coordinators, so we think the schemes will be similar. We know what players they have coming back, so our players try to, reenact what they do or what they did on film last year. And so we're trying to adjust to that and learn some of their tendencies and how they do things so that our team reacts the right way.
Coach, how close is Christian Hayward and Christian Hayward, Josh Gabbert, and Derek Largent coming back?
Derek Largent and Josh Gabbert will be full speed by this weekend. Christian Hayward is going to see the doctor. I think it's tomorrow. And we'd know more about it after he saw the doctor.
And then Feely is the same prognosis, like half the season?
Yeah, well, I think Feely's probably the 5th or 6th game of the year.
And David McCutcheon, we saw something on Twitter about how he's no longer with the team, I guess. What was
Yeah, he quit yesterday.
He just came out with a concussion, though, right? He was one of those guys.
He was, yeah, but he was full go. He came back and practiced for a couple, 3 days.
So not related?
I don't think it's related to the concussion. He decided that he didn't want to play football anymore.
Same with DJ Hunter?
Yeah, that was a while back. That was about 10 days ago.
With McCutcheon, I mean, it looked like he was repping before the concussion, like a little bit with the second team, especially because you have so many linebackers out. Does that hurt your depth even more?
Well, it just means you have to play the younger guys. I don't know. It depends if the younger guys perform as well as he would have. It doesn't hurt your depth. We don't want anybody on our team that doesn't want to be on our team. So let's stop talking about them.
How do you feel about the younger guys and whether or not they're ready, like if you had to play them at linebacker this week?
Are they ready to play? Mm-hmm. No.
Are they going to be ready to play by the time?
I have no idea. Does that mean we might not put them in the game? If they're the backup and it's time to put them in the game, we'll put them in the game whether they're ready or not. No one that's ever played their first college game, no coach has ever known if they're ready to play or not.
So with Largent and Gabbert, when they come back, which one, I guess, is going to be your middle linebacker, and what happens?
I have to see how Gabbert's going to move around when he's finally cleared to go full speed. He hasn't done anything full speed. And as we said in the last conference, that we have adjusted our scheme, so now we have 2 inside linebackers and a linebacker that plays sometimes or most of the time out the line of scrimmage. So it's not like we have a middle linebacker and 2 outside linebackers anymore, and both those guys would be inside linebackers.
So you're not changing that when they come back?
No, we're not going to change back. We're going to keep it like it is.
4-2-5?
It's not always a 4-man front, no. It's a 4-man front quite a bit. but it's not always a four-man front.
Does that affect like some of the things that you can do to disguise your schemes just based on the fact that you have the same guy at the line?
It makes it a little harder to disguise, but not impossible. It just takes a little longer for us to get used to it. We're used to doing it the other way.
You feel comfortable with that personnel, though, with that linebacker at the line of scrimmage? I mean, most of your outside linebackers are pretty, true linebackers that, usually can, go back and pass cover. These guys are at the point of attack. They're right on the line.
It's a matter of apples and oranges. I mean, what they will have is fewer assignments, okay, and their technique, they're always right and left linebackers. But as Steph said, it's not as easy to keep the other team as off balance because they know exactly which linebackers on the line of scrimmage instead of it being 1 or 3 linebackers coming to the line of scrimmage.
So do you anticipate playing this way just this year?
I anticipate playing this way as long as the depth at linebacker is a question.
Okay. And is it still Fred that you're going to have on the line?
It's Cody, Galea, and Fred that right now are the 2 guys that go to the line of scrimmage most of the time.
Any defensive ends that you think might have a chance to be able to make?
No, those guys, even though they're at the line of scrimmage more than they have been in the past, they still have coverage responsibilities. So they have to be able to cover like a linebacker.
Rocky, looking more big picture, the program's been to 4 bowl games, but not yet a top 25 team. Is it a goal? Is the next step for the program to become a top 25 team, or is that something you even think about?
Yeah, our goal is to get better always. But our number 1 goal is to win the conference championship. And I think that we're on the road to establishing us competing for the conference championship every year. I mean, winning a conference championship is a lot more important than being in the top 25. But normally our conference champion is in the top 25. And then if our conference champion is one of those that wins every game, then all of a sudden a lot of nice things start happening.
And do you feel this is a team that will again vie for the conference championship?
I think we'll compete, yeah.
How's your golf game?
It wasn't any good before the practice started, and now it's not at all.
You think you can maybe ask a gang for tips?
No, but I'm glad he did that. Boy, what a great thing for him and a great thing for this university that he played so well. And that's kind of exciting stuff to watch it on TV and see the logo and everything. That's exciting stuff. And how about your name on the same trophy with some of those other guys? That's big-time stuff there. That's cool.
Will you use that at all to help motivate your players, what he did on a national stage, maybe sometime during the season?
Well, I talk about our players every time one of our athletes or our teams do well. We talk to our players about it all the time. You know, we think we had something to do with starting this swing of us being good in all the sports. We think we have something to do with it, and we take pride in them doing it, and hopefully they take pride in us doing it.
And I understand on Friday you're going to be taking the Ice Bucket Challenge. Is that something you're looking forward to?
Well, I am taking the Ice Bucket Challenge because I got challenged several times, not just once. And I think it's a great cause. And hopefully it's hot on Friday because then it will feel good instead of the other way.
Who challenged you, Coach?
I think Matt Wells at Utah State challenged me, and I've been told by our media staff that Scott and BR on the radio challenged me. Is that right, Mike? And then I had a buddy challenge me too, so I guess I've been challenged enough that I can't get out of it. Even though I've already donated to the cause, I guess that doesn't get me out of the ice bucket.
Who are you going to challenge?
I have some. That'll be a surprise. I already have the 3 picked out, and they will be shocked.